Hello there, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, it's well appreciated. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. This is the upper part of our last tutorial as I promised. So sit and enjoy. I will be using my marker to redraft the pattern. So we are going to be starting by marking our guideline. So this will be the guideline. So what I did here is I just came down half an inch this way. So this is the half an inch, right? I will go ahead to mark my vertical measurement and I will be starting with the neck depth. The neck depth for the front is 3 inches. Then to my bust point is 10. Then to the length is 16.5, right? Plus half an inch to sew it back. So here we have 17 inches. So then I will make this in a straight line. Now I'm going to measure my shoulder divided by 2 plus half an inch to join my sleeve. So my shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5, which is here, plus half an inch to join the sleeve, which is 8 inches. That's what I have there. Then I come down somewhere around here. I also mark the 8 inches here as well, which is here. Then for my armhole, I use 8 inches as well for the armhole, which is here. So I just make this straight this way, right? Then the next thing to do, I came down for my slope of 1 inch. Then I went up half an inch for my shoulder seam allowance, right? Then the neck width is 3 inches. This is it here. And I go up this way. So I connect this slope this way. Then I connect half an inch up for my shoulder seam. So that's it there. Then I also connect this neck depth. This is my neckline here. And the next thing to do, I mark the midpoint of this, which is 7 inches. Half of it is 3.5. That's it. Then from this midpoint, I came down 1 inch for the front, right? Then after that 1 inch, I came out again this way. So with 5 an inch, which is here, then I connect this point to here. So the next thing to do here now is from here I measure my bust circumference divided by 4, which is 9 inches, which is here. Then plus 1.5 inches for side seam. So with 1.5 inches, that's what I'm using for side. So I just connect this now this way. Then at my waist, I measure my nipple to nipple as here I have it as 4.25, which is here. Then from this 4.25, I also mark it here as well. Then I make it a straight line this way. I will now measure my dart. So I'll be using 1.5 inches. So I share this 1.5 inches here, which is what I have here. 75 an inch on both sides, right? So I just connect it like this. Then I make this one longer, right? So that I can connect my new armhole, which is what I have here. So this side that I want to make use of 1 inch, which is what I have here. So I just connect it to half an inch here. I'm going to be marking my horizontal measurement at this waist. So my waist divided by 4 is 7.5. Then plus 1.5 inches for that, which is here, right? Plus 1.5 inches for side seam, which is here. So I will just connect this way. So I'll just connect this half an inch this way to this dark leg, right? So it's this half an inch that I'm going to be making use of. So this pattern for the front is ready now. To drop the back side, I'm going to measure for my zip, right? I'm going to be using 1 inch, 1.25 for my zip, which is here. So this is the 1.25. So we are doing this for the center back shaping, right? Line now that we are following. So this now is off. This is the line that we are following, right? So coming down this way, I will start with the neck depth for the back. I'll be using 75 an inch. Then for my bust point, the same with the front. The length for the back will be 15 and a half, because remember that we've removed 1 inch from here and we've removed half an inch from here. So, and the full length for the front, we're having 17 inches. So removing this 1.5 inches from 17 inches, it will give us 15 and a half, right? Our shoulder measurement, remember it was 7.5 plus half an inch to join the sleeve bar. Then the neck width was 3 inches. That's what we have. Then the slope is 1 inch. Then from this slope now, we measure down 8 inches for our armhole. Then from this slope, we measure what we have and mark the midpoint, which is 3.5 of 7 inches, 3.5. Then from there, we came down half an inch. Remember for the front, we came down 1 inch, but for the back, we come down half an inch. Then from that half an inch, I come out again with half an inch again, which is here. Then I'll connect this now. So here is the dart. I'm going to be constructing my dart line here. I'm using 1 inch for my dart, right? My bust circumference divided by 4 is 9 plus 1.5 inches. That's just for seam allowance. That is all for this part here. Then coming to my waist divided by 4 is 7.75, right? Which is it here, 7.75. Then plus 1 inch for this dart, which is it here. Then plus 1.5 inches for side seam. That's it there. So I'm going to connect this part this way. So I'm going to be cutting this and cutting this out, then cut them on my fabric. So I've already cut the patterns on my fabric here. This is it, and I've cut the lining alongside with it. So what I will do now, I will go over to my sewing machine to sew this with this alongside with the lining. So I'll go over to my sewing machine, turn it this way, then sew this with this, sew this with this, sew the lining too. And this is for the back. I'll also go over to my sewing machine to sew the dart here. I'll sew the dart here, then mark my zip allowance here. Then I will place this lining on top to sew the side, turn the neck, right? I will do that now. I'll come back to show you. And here is it, guys. I've already sewed the princess dart now. You can see it. I've already sewed the dart. This is for the front, right? So this is it. I've sewn it with my lining, turn the neck to with my lining as well, right? Then this is for the back. This is it. I've also gone ahead to sew the dart here and also turn the neck with my lining, right? So the next thing to do now, I'm going to get the down part, right? And here is the down part. In my last tutorial, we make this in our last tutorial. If you are yet to see the video on how I make this skirt and this flounce, please check on the channel. You will see the video for this, right? So I'm just going to go straight now and place this on it this way, right? And I'll make sure that this dart here is matching. This dart is also matching here too. So I'm going to sew this with half an inch. So I'll do that now for this front and also the back. So also the back, this is the back now. So I'm still also going to go back to my sewing machine now. Place this way, right? So I will place this too this way. I'll go back to my sewing machine. This is for the back, and I'm going to also sew this with half an inch. Sew this with half an inch, right? And here is it, guys. I've already sew it here now. So this is for the front now. So let's keep this aside. And this is for the back. I've also sewn it here too, and I've gone ahead to place my right side face each other this way. Then sew this down. Then this is where I'm going to fix my zip. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to open it up this way, right side facing up. Then place this back, right side face each other to the front. Then I'm going to go back to my sewing machine and turn this so I'm just going to place it this way, alright. Then flip this in. Then I will sew it with my half inch seam allowance for the shoulder. I'm going to do the same thing to the front, the other side. Then I will go ahead to sew the side, right? I will mark my seam, the seam allowance that I added, then I will sew the side. And that will be the end of this video, guys. And here is the final look of the dress, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. My friend, I look so beautiful. See you in my next video. Bye.